incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's a position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down, and he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Hey, you got to snap it. You got to snap it.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the Pickens tried for Brown, and it's intercepted. Spinning away. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time You lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Watson going to take it himself. And he coughed it up. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we call that season's greetings right there. He came up, pow! Knocked him for a loss.
19 tight, 19 tight.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That is caught by Lamb. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys, but they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
62 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Eluding the pressure right. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Out route pass complete to Goddard. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Ready, break.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass.
And now here's another interception. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on E! Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now Watson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Hurts flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all, but in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Cowboys, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. Then they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for